So in class, for this activity, we drew Mario together using size relationships with some little pieces of paper that we created rulers with. But I don't really think that's practical for you to do at home if you've been out or if you're on homebound. So instead, I'm going to have you draw Mario using a grid. So you'll have three pieces or three images to print off of Google Classroom. You have Mario with a 12 by 18 box grid. And then you have two pieces of paper that will make the top and bottom of the grid that you'll be drawing on to make Mario larger. So when you print out the two pieces for the grid, you have the top piece and you have the bottom piece. Take a pair of scissors and just cut off this edge on the bottom piece. That way you have just this part right along the boxes. And then if you have some tape, just line that up and tape that into place. And I'm only putting tape on the sides. I'm not going to put tape along the seam where you're drawing, because if you put tape there, the pencil won't, the graphite won't stick very well to the tape and it'll look different. So this little part may stick up a little bit, but that'll be okay since we're trying to do the best we can. And my tape's sticking out a little bit on this side, so I'll fold that over. So this will give you a 12 by 18 inch grid for drawing Mario on. And obviously you'll be making Mario larger. So I've zoomed in so you can see this a bit better. The idea, you're just going to look at each box and think about, is there any part of Mario in the box? So this first box, there's not anything. Second one, third one, fourth one. When I get to the fifth one, I can see that part of his hat is going through that box. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the way I usually think about this, I look for anything that touches the box first. So we only have one line going through, and I'm thinking about, where does it touch? If I divide this box in half, I can see it's really close to touching at the midway point. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, near the middle, and that's going to touch in that area. If I look on the right and I divide it in half this way, I can see that it doesn't touch near this, but it's below it. So then I'm going to look at this lower section, and I'm going to divide that section in half, and I can see that's pretty much where that will touch. So let's count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I was off a box. I thought something looked off. So we're at the middle there. So I'm looking at this left side, going to divide this in half, and then looking at this lower section, divide it in half. And I know this curve just goes from that point to that point. Then I'll move to the next box, and if I look at the top of his hat, it looks like it touches near the middle. So looking at this line, I'm going to divide that in half, and then this will continue going like that. Excuse me. So your goal is just to go box by box and draw anything you see in the box until you have finished drawing Mario. It's a pretty straightforward process. It might be a little time consuming, but we worked on this for several days in class. So if you have any questions, feel free to email me, and good luck.